So this is the part where I give you my quick YouTuber disclaimer and let you guys know that it's pretty obvious if you know my channel. I absolutely hate, have disdain for, and despise resellers. Now, you think maybe looking at my thumbnail or watching my videos that it's only two particular sneaker YouTubers that I really go after, but the truth is that I hate them all. But there are a couple that are basically the poster child for this, that are basically the ultimate biggest gaslighters. And I want to talk about them in this video. And if you follow them and you don't want to hear it, then this is the time to go ahead and click off this video and go watch something else. But the truth is, at the end of the day, we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about low IQ, because you know what they say, there's a sucker that's born every minute. And if you watch these guys and you follow these guys and you basically, I don't know, you have excuses for these guys, then you may have a low IQ. Because like I said, there's a sucker born every minute, and a lot of these guys are just used car salesmen, snake oil salesmen, however you want to put it. But the gaslighting is real, the manipulation is real, and we're going to get into it as soon as I drop this, the dopest intro you ever seen in your life.
Now, every time that I say something like that, it's always, oh, Break just trying to hype up a shoe. Break just trying to sell these.
You are you not?
Oh, you YouTubers, y'all get paid. Dog, I wish. If I got a dime for every shoe that's sold from Nike or Jordan brand, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Then you need to get the fuck out of here.
You know, these are just my opinions. Now, these opinions are not the most popular ones, but since we've seen these, I said I like these better than the OGs.
I call cap 100% pure fucking cap. You might not make money directly from Nike, but you're definitely making money off of Nike. You know exactly what you're doing. You gas up every single shoe that's coming out from Nike and Jordan brand. And I've never yet to see one time where you came out and said, you know what? This shoe is horrible. This is trash. You do a lot of gaslighting. You do a lot of manipulating. And then you turn around and you gas these shoes up and you tell people, meet me on my whatnot, man. I'm going to start these at retail. And you know what happens by the time people are on that whatnot watching you for this gassed up, overinflated shoe that's not going to be worth nothing. And by the way, you know they're not going to be nothing. You've been in this game for so long that you can't tell me that you haven't mastered the art of predicting what these sneakers are going to do. For the most part, you know a lot of these shoes are going to brick. And what do? You gas them up, you sell them on your IG for pre-sale orders, you sell them on whatnot, and the price gets just jacked up because people are competing to get these shoes that are going to do so well when they get released. And you turn around and you get over on people. How many times have you sold some poor innocent kid that watches you, that looks up to you, a pair of shoes for like $400 or $500, and then when they drop, they end up going for under retail? And let me ask you this, how many times have you ever turned around when a kid hits you up about that, you actually turned around and gave them some of their money back, or gave them some sort of a discount, or at least tried to, in some way or another, tried to make it right? Probably never, I would guess, and I would assume. That's your get down. Everybody knows it by now, and the people that don't know it probably have low IQ, or they have a low capacity to understand when they're getting played, because you don't look like, to them, the type of person that would do something like that, because you come off as such a clean-cut, good, happy-go-lucky guy who's got his shit together, who would never rip anybody off, because you're not a criminal, but you definitely are a crook, in my opinion. And that's how I feel. It's not how I feel. It's 100% facts. What you're doing is scamming people, and I don't care how you look at it, and I don't give a shit. And you're not the only one that does it. I really want to get into another guy. You know, I'm gonna leave Break alone a little bit, but I will say this. At one point, I do believe that you were a sneakerhead, and you might still have a little bit of love for these shoes. You might have a lot of nostalgia, a lot of memories as getting them as a kid, but at the end of the day, you let the money take over, you let the greed take over, and you're ripping people off and you're hurting people, all to get money in your own pockets, and you don't give a shit about anybody but you and yourself, and that's it. And like I said, you were a sneakerhead, but you let the money go to your head. So at the end of the day, you're not what you really claim to be. You're not out here helping people. You're out here hurting people at the end of the day. And I'm going to keep calling the BS because I don't care. That's what it's all about. For me, it's not about clout. It's not about beef. I'm not even beefing with you. You're not nobody to beef. I can sleep at night because I'm not worried about somebody like you. I'm just trying to expose the truth of what's really going on. Now I want to get into the other guy, the most biggest violator of all this. And you know who that is. It's what's good, y'all, man. You're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this. Have I got a deal for you? Mr. Piper Tricks himself. The biggest, like I said, the biggest violator of them all. This guy right here, I would go to as far as to say that this guy is basically running a Ponzi scheme. Basically what this guy's been doing lately since his resale business as just a reseller, for anybody who's a reseller and anybody that watches the game knows, that's not the lick anymore. That's why people have moved on to other things. We're not going to get into that too much, but he found a new angle. And what is his angle? His angle is to sell you classes for thousands of dollars. And what does he do? He turns around and he gets people and convinces people. And I've had so many people in my inbox lately telling me about this guy, telling me about both of these guys, about how this guy particularly will convince you to pay thousands of dollars for his course. And then he'll even go as far as to convince people to take out a loan to give him money, to give them the game, And the only thing he really does is plug them bricks that he can't move. And at the end of the day, that's how he's still thriving. That's how he's making his money. He's convincing you to give him all your money. You take out a loan and now you're broke, and then he's gonna hook you up with his bulk inventory of what? Of a bunch of bricks that are gonna go under retail. So now not only have you gave him thousands of dollars, and I guarantee if you get in his inbox and you tell him that you can't move him, he's gonna gaslight you and he's gonna tell you that it's your fault because you're not a hustler and you're not listening to him and you're not soaking up the game that he sold you for thousands of dollars. And at the end of the day, this is what it really is. This is what a crook looks like. A crook is not the dude on the corner that's tatted up, that's thugged out. It's not the gang members that you see hanging out in front of apartment complexes. Those type of people that you think is a real criminal, those are very transparent. You get what you see with them. Those are not criminals. Those are people that are surviving. They're not thriving. They're in survival mode. But somebody like this, these are the Jordan Belforts of the world. You know, the Wolf of Wall Street, the guy that'll tell you he's got a great deal for you and you're gonna make so much money off of this, and at the end of the day, the only person that gets rich is him.
That you finally found a broker on Wall Street that you can trust and who can consistently make you money. Sound fair enough?
No.
And you're sitting there broke, feeling like an idiot because you spent all your money to make him rich while you're sitting there in debt. That's exactly what you got going on. Let me tell you guys something, and I want to tell you guys something about me so I can be more transparent of where I'm coming from and let you know that it's not about beefing and it's not about clout. I just want you guys to know that my background, where I come from, I'm going to just keep it real with you and be very transparent with you. I was raised by crackheads, straight up. I have a substance addicted mother who barely raised me. I was basically on my own. As a child, I was homeless. As a teenager, I was homeless. I went through so much shit, and as I got into my manhood, I started getting locked up, doing dumb shit. I had no guidance. I ended up doing 10 years in prison. I ran with a gang. I did all the shit. I've been through all the stuff, and that's how I know when I see a crook. When I see a crook, I don't look at like a gang member or a thug or somebody who's on the corner who's selling dope or doing whatever. I look at those type of people as people that are surviving and doing what they gotta do. But the real crooks in this world are the trust fund babies. The ones that have had everything, that have been spoon-fed in their life, and they go to college and they go through all the motions, and they're very smart, they're very educated, and they know exactly how to get people, and they know exactly how to rip people off. And that's basically why I made the analogy of like a Jordan Belfort, somebody like the Wolf of Wall Street, who's sitting there dancing at the party with their wives, throwing your money around. And getting rich off of the fact that they feel like you're a sucker, and you turn around and you fall for it, and you fall for the scam. And I've seen this time and time again. Some of the people that I met in the feds were just like that. Some of the people, and they do the least time. It's not the fucking ones that you think. It's the people that come with a smile on their face, the ones that come and tell you they got a deal for you that you can't believe. Those are the criminals. Those are not, let's not say criminals, let's say crooks of this world. The ones that look like a clean-cut college kid that would do you no wrong. He's a great guy, he's giving you compliments, he's got a deal you can't refuse.
Just like that, I made $2 grand. The other guys looked at me like I just discovered fire.
These are the type of people that you need to look out for in this world. And I make this kind of content just to expose the bullshit. These guys aren't helping anybody out here get paid. They're helping themselves get paid, and you guys are falling for it. And that's why I say there's a sucker born every minute. And if you guys keep on going ahead and supporting these guys, you're just supporting a bunch of crooks. It's basically Ponzi schemes that these guys are running. They're getting paid and you're getting played. Stop supporting these assholes. Support the culture and not the resellers. I'm OG Trap Jordan, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.